Hey guys, welcome to my conversation with your Andrew College head coach, Billy Gordy. Billy, how's that sound to be head coach Andrew College?
Man, it sounds fantastic. Starting off brand new.
Yeah, yeah. And you have some background in kind of building programs and everything else from your time up at Midway and everything else, but it's your show, it's your ship, and and it is a brand new program. Is it I can imagine. You were hired last October. What was the last 12 months been like?
Basically I got hired and just hit the ground running, figuring out what it is that I need to do. Basically I got here and there wasn't a team, so it's like I have to recruit.
Right, right. Well, and you have to, I mean, you have to go out, you have to build. I mean, I guess you bring some of those relationships with kids and coaches and things like that from your time already coaching, but Midway's up in Kentucky, you're now down in Southwest Georgia, and is it a lot of kind of relationship building with coaches and getting to know them, seeing kids, that sort of thing?
Yeah, so I say so. I'm originally from South Georgia area.
Hmm.
So I do have a good relationship with some coaches down here, and it's really just talking to people and coming back home, sort of say to the state of Georgia, where I'm from, also helps
Yeah.
build relationships. And also with us being a brand new program, there's so much talent in the state of Georgia already. So as far as it is recruiting, just going out, talking to kids and pursuing them with an opportunity to compete at the next level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I want to get into that. Before we do, though, for anybody who happens to be watching us and that sort of thing, and they don't know Andrew College, they don't know where it is, they don't know any of the different things. Can you just give me a little summation of where you're located? What is Andrew College? If you were going to kind of give your speech.
Right. All right. So Andrew College, we are a brand new first year program in Southwest Georgia. We are located in Cuthbert, Georgia, which is about an hour from Columbus, about two and a half from Atlanta.
Okay.
Um, like I said, we're a brand new program and we'll be competing in junior college, so NJCAA.
Yeah, yeah. And it's interesting, the NJCAA, the Southeast has a history with competing in the junior college ranks and everything else, but it's been a minute, and there's not a whole lot of programs down in this neck of the woods currently wrestling junior college. How much do you see this being such a great opportunity for that step for a lot of kids?
Yeah, so the last junior college was also in the state of Georgia, about 30 miles southeast north of here, in Albany, Georgia. So it was Darton College.
Hmm.
And I believe they dropped their program, don't quote me, 2017, around that
Yeah,
era.
yeah,
So we actually are the only junior college in the whole Southeast.
yeah, yeah.
So, as far as us, I think just having kids who aren't quite there yet, as far as NAIA or maybe struggled academically or have had some issues in the past, we are an open door. Um, Obviously, we are building a team culture, team standards, expectations, things like that. But with us being the only junior college, there are a lot of pros and advantages to that.
Yeah.
So as far as kind of a schedule, NAI D2, D3 type of, and I think that helps us out once we get to our district and national tournament.
Right, right. So for those of you that don't know, junior colleges, I think they go through like a district region kind of step to qualify for the nationals for NJCAA. Um, and because of the not a whole lot of programs, junior college programs down in this neck of the woods, I think you only have one duel against another JUCO and Patrick and Henry. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
But
So
but
Patrick
you
and
still
Henry.
but you're still getting duels against D3 and D2 and NAIA programs and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So yeah, so Patrick and Henry, they're actually the closest junior college to us in Georgia, and they're located in Virginia.
Yeah.
So they're going to come down in January and duel us, and then we'll also be seeing them at our district tournament as well. So
Yeah. I got you. All right. So let's talk a little bit about one of the things that, as a person who covers the Southeast, right, and has a lot of ties to Alabama and Georgia and Florida and a little bit further north in some of the Southeast states. I love the incoming class that you have. You brought in kids from I think 5 different Southeast states. A lot of Georgia kids, which is to be expected, but you've got Florida kids there, you've got some Alabama kids in the mix, you got some Louisiana kids over there. I mean, and then you also have this interesting kind of combination of previous D1 wrestler, D2 wrestlers, NAIA, those sorts of things. Um, how is it like in having those conversations, building that roster and kind of this interesting mix of different kids from lots of different places?
yeah, so I think in recruiting, especially, the big thing is building relationships. And I think once you build that relationship, the guys start to trust you even before they arrive on campus. So I think that's very crucial. And I think, kind of a pitch was, come here and be the program's first.
Mm-hmm.
Be the program's first to graduate, be the program's first to qualify for nationals, be an All-American. Whatever it is, you can leave a legacy here at Andrew. And for some kids, that was really important.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously bringing in some transfers helps as far as having great practice partners and things like that to kind of build around and go ahead and start kind of the foundation to have a premier junior college in South Georgia.
So, we talked about it just briefly previously, but I think of kids like Todd Small, who was a junior college All-American or national
He was a
champ. Was he a champ?
two-time,
Yeah.
he was a two-time champ, I believe.
Yeah. So, but he went to Iowa for junior college before going to Iowa State
Yes,
and stuff like
correct.
that. And you have other individuals who have used that junior college path as a first step and then moving on to another program and that sort of thing. Is that I would think from I mean, from as a junior college coach, it is probably going to be a step for some of those kids that you have. How do you kind of like work through that and have those conversations with them of saying, this is your opportunity to make this mark here, and we understand we're going to help you kind of get to the next level if you want to get to that next level.
Right. So I say that's also something within the individual, obviously coming here and then what is it that you want to accomplish? You have 2 years here, and then after that, we've got to find your next path. For
Hmm.
some, it might be I'm just gonna join the workforce and have a job, or for some, I do want to continue wrestling at the next level, but I didn't have a lot of opportunities coming out of high school. What is there now?
Hmm.
And then for some, it was I'm coming from a D1 here to Andrew, and I want to go back to a D1. Well, it's all about finding out what is it that we have to do in our time here to get those small goals accomplished.
Yeah.
And I think it's just trusting yourself and believing in yourself. If I can do this, but I have to check off the small boxes first, keeping grades up, making sure I'm doing the right thing, I'm living the right lifestyle, things like that.
Yeah, well, and honestly, I think that that's one of the best opportunities again for anybody out there who is thinking about that next step academically. It provides you an opportunity in a smaller environment to succeed academically, help you get your foundation of being in a college classroom before, for a lot of kids, it's tough to make that transition to a big university with a lot of people and everything else. So I think that's pretty cool that opportunity exists, and I think that JUCO should exist much more than they do in the Southeast. If you look out to California, they have their own league. They
Yes.
All right. Sorry. I just start talking. You know, I can't help it. So let's go to two more things. Number one, the upcoming schedule for this year. Um, uh, was it purposeful to pick out some NAIA programs, some D3 programs, get in some tournaments? Were you trying to like mix it up as far as who you chose to kind of see? Because from looking at the schedule, most of the people that they'll see won't be necessarily somebody they might see if they qualify for nationals.
Correct. I think um, also go ahead and letting the guys know that these opportunities are here. So whenever we do go wrestle NAI D2, D3, this is the competition you are going to be at. This is the competition you will face. And I think it gives kids opportunities to be seen by other coaches for recruiting opportunities in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you want to be the best, you got to go
Compete
wrestle the
against
best
them.
kids.
That's right.
So and obviously, with them not having any junior, with us not having any junior colleges nearby, it is kind of hard to go travel 9 hours this weekend and 12 the weekend after and things like that. So, really keeping the schedule in the Southeast, and there is still ample wrestling opportunities for us, to get better. We are going to 3 Open to start the year off. We're going to the Georgia Open up at Emmanuel, which is a
D2
Division II institution. Then we're going to King Open following week, which is also a D2 institution. And then lastly, we're going right up the road to Life with Coach Omi and kind of see that, which is a variety.
Yeah, well, and one of the best, or not the best, NAIA programs in the country. I mean, you can't get much better competition,
Right.
if you look at some of the teams and individuals that you're going to kind of run up against. So I think they're going to be tested pretty quickly right out of the gate. And that leads me to my final question, and that is, what do you expect from your first team? I mean, what can we expect?
Yeah, I definitely expect everyone to have their 2-year college degree. I think that's obviously important. As far as staying on top of your academics and things like that. Then as far as on the wrestling side of things, let's just get the best version out of ourselves. If we come to practice with a purpose every single day, we are going to get better. And obviously don't want to have any expectations in year one, but if we can win a few matches and have a couple kids qualify, I definitely think that is a great start for a first year program.
Yeah, well, and if anybody hasn't seen the roster that you put together, with Monty Mills coming back, and I watched Jabari George wrestle last year at the state tournament, a big athletic heavyweight. I think you've got a number of different individuals on that list that really have an opportunity to do something this year. I can't wait to watch and see how they progress.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, I appreciate it. Is there any questions I should have asked you that I didn't ask you?
I don't believe so. If there's anyone out there watching this that wants an opportunity, definitely, reach out. We are on Instagram, Andrew College Wrestling. And then obviously our athletic website at gofightingtigers.com. We'll definitely be out recruiting some more. And if you run into us, holler.
All right, Coach, I appreciate it. I want to wish you the best of luck on the season. Best of luck to your kids. And yeah, man, I can't wait to see some Andrew College wrestlers right up at the top of the podium.
Yes, sir.
All right, you take care.
Thanks.